Well, JJ, up until that kind of final flurry from Utah, you had really held things down defensively in the fourth quarter. What was the key to that, did you think?
Just an increased physicality. DA, I don't actually know what Lauren might be able to help us here, but I don't know what's going on with him. So he had gotten, I think, hit on his leg in the first half and was kind of limping through it, and then couldn't go in the second half. And so Maxey coming in that second half really changed the game for us with his physicality, made some plays at the rim, had the big bucket late, but he was great. Gabe was great as well. And those two guys playing that extended run, that's really where our defense was solidified. They scored 17 points in the first 5 minutes of the third quarter. And then up until the last flurry, I think they had 22 points for the rest of that half. It was right stuck at sort of 94 there. So I thought it was our defense won us the game. And I told the guys this after the game. We're literally one of the worst shooting teams in the NBA right now. I don't think that's who we are. We've got to make shots, and we've got to shoot them with confidence. And to me, if we're guarding with that level of physicality and passing the ball to each other, look, we had 23 assists. We could have easily had 30-some if we made shots tonight. We got to shoot the ball better, but it's got to be a belief in each other and a belief in ourselves to knock down shots.
Luka had mentioned in the walk-off that with all the off days, it was just a little bit of kind of a break rhythm, and guys were trying to find it. But I guess things normalized now. It's going to be back to the routine schedule. Did you feel that just watching different guys out there?
Yeah. I mean, I've lived through it as a player, so I think there's some merit to that. I think there's some merit to playing in altitude. I think there's some merit to, it's only our second game back with the full group, and then we'll see what happens with DA. But it's always can be a little weird coming off an extended break.
Have you seen hesitancy when it comes to shooting? And your guys, you said shoot them with confidence. Do you feel like you guys are shooting with confidence right now?
We're shooting. No, look, we're taking a lot of shots that are there. I don't necessarily think we're turning down shots. We started off the year last year really poor from 3-point, and then from I think it was December 23rd against the Pistons, we did launch drill and shoot around that morning, and then from then on we were a really good shooting team. So that took 2 months of the season. Hopefully it doesn't take that long, but we got to shoot the ball better for us to be as good as we want to be.
You guys haven't shot it particularly well. The defensive metrics are so on the course of the season, but we're here and you guys are 12-4. How do you think? I guess how have you guys managed to win 12-16 when you've been not the best version of yourselves?
We've done enough outside of 2 games to be in a position to win. I think our togetherness is important. Playing for each other. The bench spirit tonight was great. I do think there's something with this group where we just, whatever the game requires that night, that's what we're going to do to try to put us in a position to win. We've had to kind of strategy-wise mix in a bunch of different things, and the guys have been bought in to just, hey, this is what tonight requires. Let's go out there and try to execute that, and that's put us in a position to win 14 of our 16 games.
If you have to go any stretch of time without Ayton, how do you view your options with Jackson? Even Kleber, you were very complimentary of him after the Milwaukee game, and possibly could we see Jared get some minutes again after falling out of the rotation? You obviously played him small ball 5 last year.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's got to be ready. Again, I don't want to speculate on DA, but we feel confident that we have enough options.
JJ, you're talking about the physicality on defense. Is that something you can practice and get that habit in, or is it?
We practice it every day.
Is it also kind of like a mentality, like guys just have to choose to do that in that possession or in that moment?
Yeah, the choosing to do it, I think sometimes is not necessarily about, I'm not going to be physical right now. It's why physicality and awareness go hand in hand. So the physicality part, that could be at the point of attack, that could be setting a screen, that could be boxing out. The guys don't go on the court and say, you know what, I'm going to be lazy tonight. Sometimes it's just the mental awareness of what's going on and then the execution to do it in a physical manner.
That'll be good. There was a stretch in the second quarter where I think it was the second quarter where like LeBron signaled over to the bench like, I need to come out of the game, and then proceeded to score the next 6 points for you guys. Obviously,
we were going to get him sub, just to be clear. I saw it. we had that in the works, yeah.
But I mean, just kind of where's he at in terms of working back? It seemed like this was almost like another first game for him in some ways. And kind of what did you see from him?
I thought he did a lot of good things in transition and did a lot of good things as a passer. Again, we had a lot of success out of the post. Didn't go to that late because of because Maxey was out there. So, if Jackson or DA feel really comfortable with them sort of in the dunker spot, but Maxey we were trying to space, so we went more to that elbow ISO when we created a mismatch late. And I think LeBron made some good decisions out of that. So, again, I think for him it's the win, but it's also the rhythm, just trying to find that, and we're confident he will.
Awesome. Before that, Utah kind of made that final push. Maxey was in there for a while. Gabe, what did they bring defensively in that fourth quarter?
They were huge. They both, provided, really big minutes and, were very impactful to us winning that game. If we didn't have them, we probably wouldn't have won that one.
Do you guys have any read on how DA is, even spirits-wise, after having to leave the game?
I haven't been able to talk to him yet, so I don't know. I mean, I'm sure he's just frustrated because he wasn't able to continue. We obviously missed him, but it was next man up mentality, and Maxey came in and changed the game.
What did you think of Maxey's minutes, especially in the second half?
I've given him many compliments in games before, and he always tells me that he didn't play good. So I told him today, I was like, I know you think I'm messing with you every time I talk to you, but he was one of the best players on the floor for us tonight. Just energy, effort, the way he plays, the plays he made. It's not easy to do, sit in the whole first half and then coming out there and, doing what he did. So big, you tip your hat to guys like that and you want to see them succeed.
You've had the start you've had of the season. The team's had the start it's had to the season, but like nobody can make a three on this team, yourself included, right now. What's going on with that part of things? It doesn't seem like it's a quality issue. Some of you guys are getting pretty good shots.
No, I mean, I think, to start the – oh, fuck. Oh, sorry, TT. Sorry, TT.
That's even better.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Maybe you'll start making them now.
I'll do anything to make it through right now. To start the third quarter, I got 2 looks. Louis got a good look in the quarter. Brian got a good look in the corner. I think Luke had 1 or 2 good looks, and I don't think we made one of them. JJ said it after the game. We're 12-4, and are we the worst 3-point shooting team in the league?
In some metrics.
There you go.
Decent amount of mix per game. At least coming into tonight.
So, if they go in, we win more games. So, it's very, encouraging. We know we got guys in here that can shoot the ball. Just unfortunately, they haven't went in yet.
LeBron, it seems like every night in the NBA, a team's up 10, late, and the other team kind of cuts into it, and it can flow. What's the key to just getting one key stop, making one key play, and what was that tonight?
You just said it. I think we went up 11, turned the ball over, had an opportunity to push it up, but it's the NBA. You got great players all over the league, and there's no league that's safe. And you always got to play to the end of the horn. We did that. Was able to get that last stop.
Luka was saying in the walk-off that it's obviously odd to have 4 days basically between games, and it can get into a rhythm. I would expect particularly for you, since you just played your first game, how do you kind of manage through that physically, and now as you hit the more routine schedule coming up this week?
Actually, I'm excited about the normal routine. That was definitely odd. You can kind of, I was already not with a rhythm, and then you had 4 days, you kind of get out of rhythm even more. So, but it was good. We did some great things this week. I was able to get on the practice court a lot and do a couple of things as a team bond and things, so that was great. But happy to get back on the basketball floor and play some ball.
Marcus said he thinks an early characteristic for this team is resiliency, and that explains the 12-4 record. You had to show it again tonight with DeAndre going out. What did you see out of Jackson and Maxey?
Everything that we needed. Obviously, Jackson has been in a starting role with us before, so very easy for him to step into that role. But Maxey gave us big-time minutes, brought physicality, had a big-time move towards the end to get that dunk. Had a couple rebounds, a couple blocks. He was big for us, and we needed that.
LeBron, you said basically, who cares, keep shooting. I mean, like, you guys as a team have not shot the ball well at all yet this season.
It won't last. I'm not worried about it. We got too many good shooters. It won't last.
How encouraging? There's almost a few. I mean, you guys are still 12.
We're getting great looks. I mean, if we were shooting bad shots and missing, then we could be, worrying about, okay, how can we create better looks? We're getting great looks, all of us. So not worried about that. The numbers will average out.
People talk about getting back into, there's getting back into shape and there's getting back into basketball shape and getting your basketball wind. I think it was in the second quarter. You kind of looked over the bench and put your hand up.
In the second? First, second, third, and fourth. Shit.
Well, there was after one of them.
Come get me.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah.
You found yourself, though, involved in, I think, 3 straight buckets after one of those. Kind of, where's your wind at right now?
Well, like I said, the 4 days didn't help it. I mean, we practiced a couple times. We had a couple scrimmages, but the only way to get back in basketball shape is to be playing in basketball games. So, I'm in great shape physically, but as far as my wind, and it doesn't help to my second game back playing in Utah. The altitude, it doesn't help, that's for sure. So, every game I'll get better and better. My wind to get better and better, but shit, like this week was kind of like my training camp for me, to be honest. I didn't get an opportunity to practice with the guys at all, throughout camp, throughout the preseason. So, I'm still working my way back.
You guys got the Clippers coming up, and Chris Paul announced over the weekend is going to be the final season for him, and obviously you gave some respect for him on social media. You guys have been intertwined in so many ways over the course of your career. What's your thought about him, kind of making the announcement, and what do you wish for him to get out of his final season?
Happiness, just be as happy as he possibly can. You don't want to look back on it, when you're done and be like, I was angry, or I didn't, take full advantage of, your last year and things of that nature. So, I know he's happy being back in LA with his family, seeing little CP, seeing his daughter, seeing what they're doing. I know that's pretty special to him. So hope we can just get joy out of this final year. And, like you said, we've known each other for forever. So hell of a player, hell of a career. I can go on and on and on, but it's awesome. I mean, he has nothing to hang his head about. He's done pretty much everything that this league had to offer, and I just hope he just takes it all in. This is his last hoorah, so we'd never get this moment again once you're done, to be able to go out and be in the arena.
Going back to the shooting.
Last question.
You mentioned that you guys are creating good shots, and despite the looks not going down, you guys are still 12-4. Does that inspire confidence that you guys are winning these games? Does that inspire confidence in terms of what this group can be and the long-term outlook once those shots do start to fall?
We're not worried about that. Like I said, if we were out there not creating great looks, or we were not playing, or we were playing selfish basketball, it's not our MO. So, you look at over half of the threes that we missed tonight, a lot of them was wide open, but a lot of them was just finding the right player. The ball has so much energy in it that we're not worried about that. When we're not making shots, we got to defend. And this team right here is a team that can put up 140, can put up 130, can score with the best of them. You got to be able to get stops, and it took us all the way to the last possession to get the stop that we needed to win the ball game. So that's the encouraging part, knowing that even when we're not shooting the ball well, we can still win ball games.
These games a lot in the NBA, a team has a 10-ish point lead and the other team starts to walk them down. It gets a little slower. What did you guys have to do to ultimately hold them off?
We just had to follow our game plan. Through the chaos, we had to stick with our game plan and just continue to make the right reads. We did that. We did enough to survive. Obviously, we would have liked not to been that close, but it's the NBA. It happens. So we came out with the win, and that's all that matters.
You improved to 8-2 on the road now, and despite having guys in and out, different lineups and such. What would you attribute to that overall, and how encouraging is that for you?
Just everybody's work ethic. Everybody being ready. Being on your toes, and just really expecting the unexpected. We can't tell when a guy's going to be out. Sometimes, it comes, at the last minute for us, and we just have to be able to be ready and adjust. And we're doing a great job with it. We just got to continue to stay with it.
You guys had an 11-point lead. It's cut to 2. They have the ball out of bounds. Can you walk me through your read on that final defensive possession? Because there was some sort of contact between you and one of the Jazz players.
Yeah, just doing what I've been doing for 12 years, just being me. And, I got to the body and he tried to, draw a foul. It was a smart play. Tried to draw a foul, get the free throw with the ball while the ball was out of bounds. And then, Nurkic, set a really physical screen. And the officials let us play, so that was it.
Marcus, you guys are, I guess, defensive rating has been sort of middle of the road this season. You guys feel like haven't had a great shooting night in a while, if at all. And you guys are 12-4. How or why?
Just our resilience. It's something new every game for us that's allowing us to do that when we get in those woes. We have some vets on the team that do a really good job of, controlling the tempo, controlling tempers, controlling emotions, and making sure, we get the job done. But we're definitely going to shoot better. We work too hard not to. It's part of the game. You just got to keep shooting it, though.
Does that provide confidence in what this group can be? Once you guys do shoot better, or the defense is more consistent, what you guys can ultimately achieve?
Definitely. We're winning games, and I think we're one of, if not the worst, three-point shooting team in the league. And some of our defensive woes that we know that is happening. We got guys coming back, guys out, guys playing different positions, and things like that. So once we get back on track, I think those things get cleaned up along with our shooting, and you will see a different team. But we're very optimistic to win games in different ways.
Luka, you guys are. I guess you guys won another game tonight where you guys did not shoot the ball well. It's been a little bit of a trend for this team so far. I guess, are you discouraged by the prolonged shooting slump for the group, or are you encouraged that despite it, this team still keeps figuring out ways to win games?
Yeah, I'm not worried about it at all. I think we didn't play our best game, and we still find a way to win. So that's what great teams do. Obviously, I think me and AR haven't hit a shot in this season, so I'm not worried at all. Once we start making, it's going to be really tough to guard us.
I think Marcus and Austin kind of pointed to the team's chemistry and togetherness maybe as reasons why you guys have been able to figure it out despite not playing your best basketball. Is that kind of your assessment as well?
Yeah, for sure. I think we have each other's back. Everybody has each other's back. Like I say, great teams gotta find a way to win. Today, by far, was not, like I said, our best game, and we found a way to win.
Were you able to talk to DeAndre, or just get a feel for his spirits after not being able to finish the game in the second half?
I ain't talking to him.
What did you think of Maxi's minutes and what he provided to the group? JJ mentioned him and Gabe as guys who really stood out to close.
Yeah, like I said, after the game, he was the one that get us going, especially defensively with his effort and energy. And, he does all these little things that don't show up in statistics, and we need every one of them. So I think he played amazing today.
Some of the guys mentioned the atypical nature of the week kind of was tough for rhythm, but was there any benefits to it? Did the rest help heal up knick-knack stuff? And was JJ able to use the practice time to start to implement any new stuff, considering now you kind of have full group?
Yeah, for sure. It was kind of weird. Like I said, my legs were cooked. No rhythm, no nothing. But it was good to get some rest, All the little contusions, all that stuff, is gone, and that's a good part of it. But we did practice some, so JJ was putting up together, but we'll still go.
Austin was mentioning the chemistry, and to be this early in the season and still have this kind of togetherness, this camaraderie. How unique is it? How pleasant surprise maybe that this team has come together so quickly.
I wouldn't say surprise. I think since training camp, we had great chemistry. We hung out together a lot, so that's how you build the chemistry. So it's obviously pleasant, but I wouldn't say surprise. So I enjoy playing with these guys a lot, and that's what it's all about.
Luka, can you break down the pickleball match between you and your partner and JJ and his partner?
But with JJ?
Yeah, you versus JJ, because he alluded to it.
That was easy. Oh my god, it was so pissed. I loved it, every second of it. I did lose in the finals. I was pissed after.
Jake and Bo, solid tandem. Was it close? What was the breakdown?
Yeah, it was close, but my teammate got to work on his game for sure. It was time. Call him out. He's all power, no elegance. He's all power.
No touch?
No touch. Thank you. You see the cowboy?